Okay, Ms. Smith, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, good morning. I come here today to try to get his child support raised.
Okay.
We have one child, and I believe that he has some income that he's actually not reporting. We kind of try to make it work not too long ago, and when I was at his house, I found a bunch of pornographic movies.
Now, our plaintiff, Ms. Smith, wants to raise child support because apparently her ex is hiding some major income sources. And no, we're not talking about side gigs or late-night part-time jobs. No, this is way more adult than that. Ms. Smith found a treasure trove of adult films starring, guess who? Her ex. And his argument? It's not cheating if I'm making porn. Really? This is where we're at?
What do you mean make it work?
We've been separated for a long time. Our son's 11.
Okay.
But we kind of got back together. And he has a bunch of like pornographic movies in his house.
I'm afraid you're going to stab yourself in the eye with that pen.
Sorry.
I just don't want you to do that.
He's the main character on the movies with all these different women. And he is saying that that I can't be mad at him. It's not cheating if he's making porn. And some of them are in our bed. And I said, well, it doesn't work like that. You can't, just because you're filming doesn't mean it's not cheating. And I said, you have to be getting paid for it to actually be a porn star. And he said he was getting paid for them. And there's tons of them. So I feel like...
So you believe he's getting paid from that?
Mm-hmm. And plus, his business...
Turns out not only is the ex involved in making the films, but he's also got his name front and center in those flicks. Our hero claims this isn't cheating, just filming a job. He even throws in a little self-promotion by saying he's getting paid for it. But without a paycheck in sight, Ms. Smith's skeptical. So, here we are in court, with a battle for increased child support, built on adult movies and the ethics of filming.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's almost close to 100,000, give or take, like maybe 10 to 15.
Okay.
So I feel like I get a measly $600 a month from him. I feel like
so
something's
that's how
not
much
right.
his child support is
Currently.
set at right now?
Yes.
Okay.
We went through mediation at the child support office.
Yeah.
So, but that was, he's...
How long ago was that?
He's 11, and I guess 10 years ago.
Oh yeah,
he was little.
That has been a while. You've been way overdue for a modification for a number of reasons. So about this income, is what she's saying true? Does it include that?
Well, it's payment in one way or another.
Is a yes or a no?
No, ma'am, I'm not getting paid technically.
So that means you're lying and
So
you're
you're
cheating
doing it
on
for
me.
free? Well, you know what? Never mind. That's not my business. I'm sorry. That's not my business. So your business, where you do make the money, she's talking about the $100,000.
And here comes Mr. Smith, trying to downplay his role in the adult film industry. He's a mechanic, folks. Yeah, that's right. He fixes cars, but somehow he's also allegedly making a fortune. Is it from repairing engines? Maybe. But is it from a side gig involving DVDs with his face on the cover? We don't know yet. Mr. Smith claims he earns between $85,000 and $90,000 a year. On a good year. The jury's still out.
Do you make $100,000?
No, ma'am, I have 85 to 90,000 on the high end on a good year.
Okay. All right. What is it that you do?
I'm a mechanic.
Mechanic. Okay. All right. So you said 90 on the high end.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Your Honor, is there any way that we could subpoena his financial records for the porn thing?
Well, you can. I'm not going to do a subpoena on anything like that. I don't want to see it. Yeah, you can do that though. Yeah, if it exists, you can do that, but subpoenas aren't free. So I hope you know exactly what it is that you're looking for.
Well, there's so many of them, and he told me that he's getting paid for them, and there's like thousands, not hundreds, thousands of DVDs with him in there on our bed.
I'll tell you what, once you find some sort of income.
Ms. Smith, ever the diligent investigator, asks for subpoenas to bring in some hard evidence about the adult film empire her ex supposedly has. But here's the catch. Judge Viterbi's not impressed. Subpoenas are free, she says, but I'm not going to wade through that mess. Maybe she's just tired of hearing about unpaid child support mixed with adult movies. Understandable.
Some paper trail that shows that, then if you were to bring it back in court, we could entertain it then. But as of today, unless you have some sort of proof that shows that he has income from that, and unless he tells me otherwise, I can't really go off of that. I can only go off of what he told me. And he said 90,000 on the high end. I think you're in pretty good shape. What do you do for a living?
I don't work. I take care of our kid.
So you're a stay-at-home mom? Mm-hmm. And she's 11?
He is.
He is
yeah.
11? He goes to school?
He does.
So what do you do during the day?
Nothing.
You don't want to work?
No.
So you're just living off of his child support?
I am. And we live with our mother.
And you're proud of that?
Well, we were living with him, and I was a stay-at-home mom. He made the income.
Okay.
But, I mean...
But you can work now, right?
I can, but...
So it's no but you can go get a job, right?
I could, but I'm not going to. My rent's free. My food is free. I mean, my mom's the homeowner. We don't have to pay nothing.
Okay. You know, I'm not going to go there with you today because you can... Obviously, you're able to work.
I'm able, but I don't want to.
And you should work, but again, that has nothing to do with me today. What we're going to do is talk about the modification of these numbers, all right? So your income has increased.
The judge drops the mic here, telling Ms. Smith that unless she's got actual proof of money coming from those DVDs, her case isn't going anywhere. But here's the kicker. Mr. Smith's income is still pretty decent. Let's be clear. He's no slouch, and his income is more than enough to adjust the child support. No adult film royalties required.
Your Honor.
Ma'am, no.
You don't understand.
No, you don't understand. I'm basing his child support increase off of what it is that he makes. Nothing
He
more.
makes more than that.
Until you bring me something in here to show me that, that's what I'm going to base it off of. And again, you can work.
Can I say something?
No, ma'am. Only thing I need you to say is, Miss Vonda B, I'm going to go find me a job. That's all I want to hear. If it's anything else other than that, I'm not entertaining it. Pertaining to what I just said, do you have any questions?
I will go look for a job. But please, please hear me out on one thing.
What is it? Make it quick.
I promise you I'll make it quick. Let's say that you have a battery-operated vibrator.
You know what? We're done right there. We're done. Is there anything further
You're
from
about
you,
to
sir?
climax.
Okay. Well,
The batteries go out.
Okay, thanks.
That's him.
Okay, great. Let me tell you what we're going to do. You all are done, and if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed. Thank you.
Now, let's talk about the woman of the hour, Ms. Smith. She doesn't work. I mean, why would she? She's living the dream, staying at home with her 11-year-old, enjoying life off that child support. And you can't blame her for being resourceful, right? Who needs a job when you have a roof over your head and free food from mom? Meanwhile, she's giving us all a masterclass in passive income.
I just want to go over what you all witnessed in the Smith case. So here, mom was bringing dad to court seeking a modification of his child support. Well, as you all have heard based on previous episodes, under Texas law, you can modify child support for any type of material and substantial change. Well, here, the material and substantial change was dad's increase in income. Because dad was making more money, it was that simple. His child support was increased.
The judge's decision, though not entirely favorable to the mother, reminded both parties that court proceedings rely on facts, not assumptions. The case was ultimately dismissed without further action. And that's it for today's episode of Court Drama, where everyone loses. Remember, folks, if you're ever stuck in a mess like this, just remember, a court order is the gift that keeps on giving. But hey, at least you don't have to deal with it alone. See you next time, hopefully in less drama.